As you guys can see by my hat right here, we have come a long way since the 2019 spring training. What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another Major League Baseball video. Today, we are going to have a lot of fun because what we're going to be doing is we will be asking Siri to predict games 1 through 7 of the World Series. And then at the very end of this video, I'm going to let you guys know who I am going to choose as my 2019 World Series champion. So all you guys have to do is follow along in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys let me know who do you think is going to win the World Series. Also let me know how many games do you think it's going to go, as well as who will be the World Series MVP. And there's also going to be a poll in the top right hand side of the corner. I don't know if I'm just going to do this so I point to both sides. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty easy video. I'm expecting Siri to pick, I don't even know who Siri is going to pick, because the Astros we're going to label as team number 1, and then the Nationals, they're going to be team number 2. So it's going to be pretty easy. Game number 1 will be happening tonight. So again, the Astros will be team number 1, the Nationals will be team number 2. The matchup is going to be legendary today. We have Garrett Cole facing off against Max Scherzer. This is going to be, you cannot miss this game. If you have work, if you have to babysit, call off everything, because this is going to be one of the greatest pitching duels I think that you can ever imagine. So without further ado, remember, Astros is number 1, Nationals are number 2. So here we go. Siri, pick a number between 1 and 2. Okay, so game number 1, we have Siri picking the Houston Astros. So obviously, Siri is thinking that Garrett Cole is going to top Max Scherzer. Garrett Cole has kind of been untouchable unless he's walking people. Again, the Yankees, they could not touch him unless they were getting free passes to first base. I think the Astros also have the playoff experience edge because obviously they won the 2017 World Series, whereas this is the first time the Nationals have made the World Series since like 1933 or something like that. So it's been quite some time. Game number 1, Siri is giving to the Astros. Now, let's go to game number 2. Game number 2, I believe, will be Justin Verlander versus Steven Strasburg, because again, it kind of goes Garrett Cole, Justin Verlander, and Zach Greinke. And then for the Nationals, you have Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg, and Patrick Corbin, which in my opinion, those are kind of even because this postseason, Patrick Corbin has been better than Zach Greinke, and then you can kind of say the same things for Steven Strasburg and Max Scherzer versus Verlander and Cole. Verlander hasn't been that great in his past 2 starts, but you guys have to let me know who do you think is going to win, and we're going to ask Siri right now. Pick a number between 1 and 2.
It's 2.
Okay, so we have Steven Strasburg beating Justin Verlander in game number 2. Maybe Juan Soto comes in clutch with a 3-run bomb, or Anthony Rendon goes off. Maybe the NLCS MVP Howie Kendrick has yet another amazing series, but for right now, the series is tied 1-1 according to Siri. Game number 3, we have Zach Greinke versus Patrick Corbin. I'll be honest with you guys, the Patrick Corbin versus the Astros lineup, that's going to be pretty tough because I know Yordan Alvarez has not been great this entire postseason, but he can hit lefties as a left-handed hitter. Then you have Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve, you have Alex Bregman, you have Michael Brantley can even hit lefties. You have that entire lineup. 1 through 8 is going to be absolutely amazing. Now the game, if it's in Washington, that's going to be tough because they're going to have a pitcher hit as opposed to having a DH. So without further ado, we're going to ask Siri, pick a number between 1 and 2.
It's 1.
Okay, so we have Zach Greinke getting the W over the Nationals in game number 3. They now have a 2-1 series lead over the Nationals. Game number 4 will be played in Washington, D.C. at Nationals Park, so I'm curious, what is this going to mean? Will Garrett Cole come back on 3 or 4 days rest? And I've never seen Garrett Cole hit. I mean, he did play for the Pirates, so he has had some ABs in his career, but if we're going with Verlander, I don't know if he can hit. Zach Greinke, he's actually won a Silver Slugger, so he's going to be okay, but considering they're playing in Washington, D.C., the Astros are up 2-1 according to Siri. Let's see who is going to get game number 4. Pick a number between 1 and 2.
I found this on the web.
What? Pick a number between 1 and 2.
It's 1.
Okay, there we go. So according to Siri, the Astros now have a 3-1 advantage over the Washington Nationals, and coming from an Indians fan, I can tell you that a 3-1 lead in the World Series, it is not safe, which just Why did I bring that up? Now I'm sad. This might be the final game. Game number 5 will also be played in Washington, D.C. Again, it could be Justin Verlander on short rest. I'm not really sure who it could be. They might go to a bullpen game where they start Josh James, or they might even start Brad Peacock to give Verlander that one extra day's rest. But if we're talking about the World Series, I don't care how many days rest you have, because Sandy Koufax, he used to pitch on 2 days. Madison Bumgarner, he was coming in and throwing 5 innings relief, so there's no excuses in the World Series. I don't care if it's game 4, 5, 6, or 7. You have to come in on short rest. It is your job to do that. So game number 5, let's see if the Astros can close it. Pick a number between 1 and 2.
It's 1.
And there you have it. There will not be a game 6 or 7. According to Siri, this was completely random. The Astros will be beating the Washington Nationals by a series total of 4 games to 1. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my prediction right now. I do not think that this is going to go 5 games. I think it is going to go a full 7. And in my opinion, the Washington Nationals will be capturing their first ever World Series championship because I think that they're hungry. Max Scherzer has been lights out. Patrick Corbin as your number 3 starter, who also can come in as a relief pitcher. Same with Steven Strasburg. They've been clutch in all situations. You have the young stud Juan Soto. You have Anthony Rendon, Howie Kendrick. All of these guys are playing so well right now. They just destroyed, they dismantled the St. Louis Cardinals, who in my opinion were going to beat the Nationals. So the fact that that didn't happen, I think that 2019 is the year of the Nationals, which again, I know I made a video on Bryce Harper and the fact that the Nationals owe him an apology, but either way, it still kind of sucks. Bryce Harper leaves, and then they might probably win a World Series. But if you guys disagree with me, if you think that the Astros are going to win, let me know in the comment section down below. But that is going to do it for today's video. Again, do not forget to vote in the top right, whatever top right is. I'm really bad at this whole YouTube stuff. But thank you guys for watching. Enjoy game number 1. Get some pizza, get some beverages. You know, there's no laws when you're drinking White Claws, all that different stuff. Or if you're a water guy, I'm a water guy because I don't drink. Go for it. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Baseball is the greatest sport alive, and I just want to say that. Okay, see you guys.